Technology advances at a scary rate. Now this means two things. One, nothing you buy today will be the best for very long, but it also means that crazy technologies that you would never expect to be possible gets developed. Now today we are going to look at 10 really cool future technologies we might see in our cars within the next decade or so. Okay, so let's start this list off with climate control. Now yes, I know climate control is old news, but this tech is called targeted climate control. So imagine you are in your car with a bunch of people. Now let's say the driver is super hot, but you as the passenger is cold as hell. Now car tech giant Valeo used CES to show a ventilation system that uses face recognition and infrared cameras to judge how warm each passenger is, and it will adjust the settings accordingly. Now yes, I know you do get cars that have independent climate control, where each person can set their own temperature. But this infrared automatic system does sound cool, and like you don't have to do anything yourself, everything is done for you. So it's like super lazy, but it's pretty cool. Now the targeted climate control is set to be released in 2025. On to tech number 2. Okay, so this wooden dash is called a Shy-Tech display. Now this tech is aiming to take away the ugly black screen when you switch the screen off. Continental's Shy-Tech high contrast LCD display panel is overlaid with a film design to blend into the chosen interior decor, resembling wood, carbon fiber or leather when not illuminated. This is pretty awesome because you could have a super classy minimalistic interior, but when you switch the screen on, you can have all the features at the touch of a screen, I guess. Now the Shy-Tech display is set to be released in 2025 as well. Now on to the next one on the list, and this one is probably my favorite so far. Now I'm gonna set the scene for you. It's late afternoon and you are driving home. The sun is low and it's blinding you. Now you do have a visor, but the sun is glaring at you through that small space between the pillar and the visor. While Bosch has a solution, it's called the digital sun visor, and it darkens the top of the windshield in selected areas to avoid glare from the sun. This is great news for your eyes. This tech should be available sometime this year. Okay, so the next one is for all of us that suck at towing a trailer. It's a system that uses cameras and algorithms to recognize the sides of a trailer, axle positioning, etc. to predict and warn against impending collision with a pole, a curb or some obstacle when turning. So this should help you see less of things like this on the road. Now if you are just a bad driver, even if you have systems that warn you against possible crashes, then this tech is probably the one for you. And it's not by just one company. In fact, it's already kind of here, self-driving cars. So at the moment, autopilot and technologies like it isn't fully autonomous. You as the driver still has to be awake and fully aware. So you still have to have your hand on the wheel and your eyes on the road. But the goal is to eventually have fully autonomous cars driving around on the streets where you are just a passenger going along for a drive. I personally wouldn't like this as I love driving, but I do agree that it would be better if some people didn't have to get behind the wheel. Now Audi is aiming to have a fully autonomous car by 2030. Okay, so the next tech is super unnecessary, but it is pretty cool. So it's a curved 3D display, and yes, neither curved displays nor 3D displays are totally new, but Continental is combining them and using a technology that does not rely on eye position tracking or 3D glasses to generate a perceived 3D image. In other words, it looks like your car's screen is 3D without wearing glasses. This is pretty cool, but I would be so amazed and in awe of what is happening in the car that I would probably end up in a ditch. Anyways, on to the last tech we are going to talk about today. Intelligent headlights for less intelligent people. We have all been completely blinded by some dumbass that doesn't know when to use their brights. Well, with this tech, this will be a problem of the past, because these intelligent lights will simply block out any section of light aimed at an oncoming vehicle, so other road users aren't blinded. In addition, the length and brightness of the beam is altered automatically depending on the weather and driving conditions. And this tech is already available on some BMWs, Mercedes, VWs and Volvo models. So in a few years, this should be a tech that most cars have. So that is a few of the really cool technologies that are still coming or that has just been released. If you know of any other really cool techs, that I like kind of missed and didn't talk about, let me know down below and I'll go check it out, and maybe I'll make a second video. Now if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I've got many more videos just like this one. Just go through my channel. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers,
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for.